You are watching a master at work.
I am the genius of boxing.
I am an analyst, one of the best. I am an analyst, one of the best.
I am not a fan.
Hey, mi gente, my people from the boxing world. You guys know this is your boxing genius from FBMboxing.com, and hoping that you people start subscribing. This way you get some latest insight of what's going on out there in this boxing world with the latest events. As we all know, that's what we're here today to do, man. We want to cover a little bit of what's going to happen this coming Saturday, right here from Little MGM, a little bit of what Golden Boy Promotions has done for us. As we all know, Golden Boy, more or less, broke away from Mayweather and Schaefer, and more or less, is going on his own. He's talking ins and outs, maybe with Bob Arum. I'm hoping that they'll set up something big. But anyway, this coming Saturday, he set up something pretty nice. He's coming out of Brooklyn, my hometown, the Barclays Center. And he's going to have a couple of good fights, man. As a matter of fact, he has Danny Swift, Garcia, fighting some guy, and we'll talk about later, named Lightning Rod Salka. And then eventually we have the man from DC himself, which is Lamont Peterson. He's going to be taking on another New Yorker. Not from Brooklyn, he's from New York, but he's a Puerto Rican, also from Manatí, Puerto Rico. His name is El Chamaco Santana. And we'll talk a little bit about all three of these guys. There's other things in the undercard there, other fighters that we're not even going to discuss. But anyway, we'll start off with Danny, man. See what Danny Swift is all about, like I had said before. Excuse me, but Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, eventually, as we all know, he got a title himself. And Danny himself, he's a guy that he's been around for a while. He's 28-0 with 16 knockouts. And eventually, as I discussed in one of my videos, my opinion, primarily, his last fight was with Mauricio Herrera in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, my hometown, which I say that he lost. He lost. To me, in my eyes, I don't know what the hell these judges were thinking about, but there was one judge that gave it a draw. The other two gave it to Danny at 116, 112. Well, to me, in my eyes, Mauricio Herrera got robbed. Okay? To me, honestly, got the hell robbed. Now, why this happened? Well, I have some theories. I have some in and outs of what's going on, And as if we know, with Golden Boy setting up this fight with some dude, like I said, I don't know where the fuck this guy comes from a town called Bologna, Pennsylvania. It's next to Pittsburgh, as a matter of fact, next to this hat that I'm wearing, my understanding, in the western part of PA. Danny's over there in Philadelphia, and this guy's in the western part. But could anybody please tell me, give me a comment, give me some feedback, how in the fuck did this guy get a shot at the title from Danny Garcia, man? This is what pissing me off about boxing today, man. Boxing today in today's world, from the old school, man, that was boxing. Today, yes, we know it's money. Back then was money too, but shit, this is too much bullshit. And the people have ruined this shit, not only the promoters, but you got a motherfucker like the name of FMJ, which he says TBE, and I say TPOB, which is the pussy of boxing. That's me. TBE, that's a bunch of bullshit. Now, TPOB is correct, the pussy of boxing. Okay? This guy has ruined shit. Now, Danny Garcia, to me, just finished losing a fight in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. He's coming now, setting up, and goes to the Barclays Center, along with Golden Boy, promoting him now, to go fight some fucker by the name of Lightning Rod Salka. How in the hell does this guy get a shot at fighting Danny Garcia, man? You got a guy in the undercard by the name of Lamont Peterson. Why don't you go fight him? That'd be a hell of a fight. That'd be a better fight. But don't tell me you're going to fight some dude you don't even know. But you know why? Because they're probably saying to themselves, this is an easy fight. People are going to see it. I promoted Lamont Peterson. Plus, I got Danny, the Mircale Man, Jacobs coming into the card also. So therefore, people are going to watch that fight. They're going to watch Danny take on Rod Salka. Now again, you know, hey, you better watch it, Danny. Like Mauricio, you better watch it, man. You know, you better perform. I hope you train because Mauricio kick your ass. Bottom line. Now, what's happening to me in my world is that this guy is the surprise that Mr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has in hand after the September 13th fight with Madonna. He's going to say to the world, I fight undefeated champions. Who is it? Danny Garcia, a 140 fucker. Another 140 little guy coming up. Look, Mr. Floyd Mayweather, in another video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the hell this abbreviation of TPOB came from, the pussy of boxing, because that's all you are. It's not TBE. You might have, yes, the money team, but still, you are the pussy of boxing. Put on a hat or t-shirt that says TPOB. Thank you. Okay, and if you're watching it, I'm dead serious because you have not proven shit to me by the fact that you beat Canelo and probably that was a fucking goddamn board-off match too. Okay, and you better watch. You don't get your ass kicked now coming around with Madonna knocked out. Okay, bottom line, let's get back to Dan. This is not about Mr. Floyd Mayweather. I just get ticked off. I get pissed off at all this shit that goes on in boxing, man. You know, and it's outrageous, man. It's outrageous. That's why I get the ass. I'm sorry, man, but I get fucking pissed off and I get the cursing, uptight, and that's me. I lose it, man. I lose it. But anyway, let's go back to the fight that's going to happen Saturday right here again in Little MGM, my house right here. I have a couple of people here talk and discuss about the fights that are going to go on that card. We have Danny fighting, like I said, some guy there by the name of Rod. Lightning Rod Salka. 19-3. Guy's got 3 knockouts. No punching power again. And who he has fought, he has no resume whatsoever. I really don't know. He has no resume whatsoever. My understanding is he fought a guy by the name of Alexi Collado. I've heard of him. Pretty good, this and that. He won that fight, you know, on an actual, what do you call it, majority decision or UD. But he was fighting for what? He was fighting, I think, my understanding is for the vacant FE car box title. Now, where the fuck is that? The federal crackerjack box title. Then he fights another guy by the name of Ricardo Alvarez. I've heard of him also. Another title. The what? The WBC Continental Americas title. You got, like I said, boxing has so many goddamn titles now that is unreal. They're going to have one called the Boxing Genius title pretty soon because that'll be a good one, man, because that is getting outrageous, man. That's no bullshit, man. Boxing's getting sick out there, man. Anyway, excuse me there for a minute. And then you have on another card, another match on that card at the Barclays Center, again, Brooklyn, New York, my hometown, where I was raised at, not born, raised at. You have Lamar Peterson taking on El Chamaco Santana. Chamaco Santana was a guy that, he was from Manatee, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rican boxer. Yeah, you understand this, he got around, he hung out, and got involved with the wrong people, man. And, you know, the guy went to jail. I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years. You know, he's been out of boxing, but he was a pretty promising boxer, man. He's coming up the ranks in New York itself. His resume is not all that, but eventually the guy has a whole lot more punching power the way I see it than the damn, you know, which we call Mr. Lightning Rod. You know, Lightning Rod doesn't have no punching power. But anyway, this guy, you know, El Chamaco, El Chamaco Santana, he's a 29-4. He has about 20 knockouts. And like I said, he was considered a top prospect in New York City, man. You know, and then he went and fought now for the NABA, another title that I don't even know. He's got that. And he's now going to be waiting along, you know, for Lamar Peterson again, which is the actual 140 pound, you know, champion there. And he is the guy that I thought would have been an excellent match with Mr. Danny Garcia. And he's hoping, as a matter of fact, Lamar Peterson, he's hoping himself that, once he convinces and he has a good show against Chamaco Santana, that Danny probably will give him a shot at it. But you know what? Like I said, Mr. Lamar Peterson, I honestly don't think that's going to happen. Because Danny Garcia is being set up for something else, okay? For a bigger payday. A bigger payday to fight Mr. FMJ. And, get big bucks, a little guy going up to fight the ranks. But Mr. FMJ doesn't go up the ranks. He stays around there and invites the little guys up. But, at Chamaco, it's pretty good. So it could be a good fight. But I think that the fight of the night, it's going to be, perhaps the most inspirational fight, a lot of people are saying, because the guy, to me, is not only from Brownsville, from Hartville, my hometown in Brooklyn, where I was raised at, but the guy, we all know, the guy, he beat cancer, that's why he get his name as the Mircale Man, Jacobs, The guy's 27-1 with 24 knockouts. His life was threatened, and he was out of boxing, I think, for about maybe 19 months, man. In return, he picked up where he let off from. He's got 5 straight knockouts, wins, all by knockout. And now, on Saturday, he's going to be taking on some guy from Australia, Queensland, by the name of Fletcher. Left jab Fletcher. Fletcher's a guy that eventually, he was in the Beijing Olympics. He was the Australian captain at that time. And the guy has a 30 years old, and as far as, he's won all his 19 pro fights. And, he's looking towards maybe showing Fletcher, and taking Fletcher on. He's expecting Fletcher to give him that opportunity. And at the same time, Golden Boy also. But, I have a feeling that on this card, that's the best fight of the night. I honestly don't think that Danny Garcia with the rod, Salka, is the top main event. I don't actually think Lamar Peterson with a Chamaco, it's a little bit better than the lightning rod. But eventually the fight that I think that everybody's looking to see and wanting to see, it's going to be Jacobs, taking on the Australian, Fletcher for the actual title. Because it's a title at the middleweight division in which he wants to gain, and we all know in the middleweight division, there's a lot of champions involved. There's another guy there from New York, Peter Quillen, Chocolate. You also got the Triple G man, who we seen a couple of weekends ago, kicking somebody's ass. Then you have Mr. Cotto, which everybody calls the paper champ. You have a bunch of champions there, that's why Triple G says he wants to unify these titles. And I would like Mr. Jacobs to get back in form because honestly, to me, the Mircale Man Jacobs, out of all those guys you've mentioned, all these champs, I think that Jacobs would give Triple G a better fight than any 160-pound guy out there right now, currently. I don't believe Cotto is going to give him a fight. All I believe is a lot of guys out there, Boricuas, Puerto Ricans, might say, that guy's not Puerto Rican. Again, I don't give a fuck. I talk boxing. I analyze boxing. I am Puerto Rican, but this is not about being Puerto Rican. I have a feeling Cotto will get his ass knocked out. Kid Chocolate from New York, the Cuban, he will also get put to sleep. Jacobs, to me, I think would be a better challenge, man, to Triple J. But that's another video, that's another day, and hopefully, again, that fight will take place next year or the following. But anyway, as you all know, man, this is your boxing genius from sbmboxing.com. Please subscribe. This way you'll know what's going on. So you can hear me talk a lot of shit. And a lot of shit which makes sense to people, And again, I am not a Mayweather hater. I dislike the fool because he has boxing all fucked up, along with these promoters. Okay, boxing is not what it used to be. But it allows me to talk shit about them, And, you know, I just want you guys, again, to subscribe. Love you guys. God bless. Hope to see you guys on my next video. I hope to make another video pretty soon this week. So God bless. Be cool. And subscribe. Adios.